to everyone. This is Tarun from first year BTech SRIT. As a part of CA2 assignment, today's my topic is surveying and bearing in basic civil and mechanical engineering subject. So let us have a brief discussion about surveying and bearing in civil. Introduction to surveying. Surveying is the science of measuring distances, angles and elevations to the elevations determine the relative position of the point on the Earth's surface. So the basic point related to surveying is determining the relative position on the Earth's surface. It plays a vital role in civil engineering, construction and land development projects. So determining the relative position of the points is very important, which plays a key role in the construction of the buildings and apartments and etc. Accurate surveying ensures that the structures are built in the correct locations and alignment. By taking the accurate measurements on the relative positions, we can construct a building with correct measurements and accurate alignments. Next, types of surveying. There are several types of surveying, including land surveying, topographic surveying, and construction surveying. Each type serves a specific purpose and utilizes different techniques and tools. So, for different types of surveyings, we need different tools and different techniques to locate the relative positions and specific purpose to use them. Understanding these types is crucial for selecting the appropriate method for a given project. Based on the project we construct, we use the different techniques to determine the relative positions. Next, importance of surveying in civil engineering. Surveying provides essential data for the design and construction of infrastructure. It is the most essential data which is required for the planners to construct and design the infrastructure projects. It helps in assessing the land boundaries, elevations, and existing features that may affect construction. It shows the land boundaries, the size and elevations, the heights, and the features that may affect the construction. Accurate surveying minimizes the risk of costly errors and disputes during constructions. So, the accurate taking of relative positions and the measurements during the surveying may avoid the collapse of the buildings and the measurements of the buildings and costly errors. Basic surveying instruments. Common surveying instruments include theodolite, total station, and GPS equipment. These tools help the surveyors to measure the angles, distances, and coordinates with high precision. Introduction to bearings. Bearings are a way of expressing the direction, typically in degrees, form a reference. So bearings are the tool which is used to expressing the direction which in degrees forms a reference line. They are crucial in surveying for establishing the orientation of the lines and boundaries. Understanding the bearings helps in accurately plotting the points on maps and plans. So, by understanding the bearings helps in accurate plotting points on maps and plans. Here the types of bearings. The two main types of bearings are geographic bearings and magnetic bearings. True bearings are measured clockwise from true north, while magnetic bearings are based on magnetic north. So here the reference direction is north. The geographic bearing is measured from true north and the magnetic bearings are based on the magnetic north. Each type has its applications and it's used on depending upon the project requirements. Calculating the bearings. Bearings are usually expressed in three figures indicating the angle from north direction. For example, a bearing of 45 degrees indicates direction 45 degrees east of true north. This by taking the north and south only as the reference direction. Bearing conversions. Converting between the different bearing systems may be necessary for integrating data from various sources. So the conversion of the bearings depends upon the requirement and the data which is used by the planners. Common conversions include transforming between azimuth and the quadrant bearings. So mainly the conversions depend upon only the quadrants. Mastering these conversions ensures consistency and accuracy in surveying data. Challenges in surveying and bearing. Surveyors face challenges such as environmental factors, obstructions, and the equipment limitations. So there are many challenges in surveying. We should concentrate on it to make the best relative positions. Accurate data collection can be affected by the weather conditions and terrain diversity. So behavior of weather may be differ from place to place and time to time. So the accurate data collection for the surveys may be a difficult. Continuous advancements in technology are helping to address these challenges effectively. The development of technology in these tools making the planners and surveyors to make the measurements correctly. Conclusion. Surveying and understanding bearings are fundamental skills in civil engineering and construction. Surveying and understanding bearings are fundamental skills in the civil industry Accurate surveying practices lead to the successful project outcomes and minimize risk. So these are very important to success the projects and the minimize risk. Ongoing education and technological advancements will continue to enhance the field of surveying. So this is the conclusion of this topic. I hope you understand this. Thank you.